Yep, today I'm talking about Freerun, and the reason why it's in my mind is because it came out of the first episode of the second season last Friday. That made sense. And the reason why I kind of want to talk about it is because it just kind of reignited a certain discourse surrounding the show and the manga and the story of it all that I kind of want to talk about. And it's really unfortunate that this type of discourse happens in this surrounding this type of show. So I'm an anime only fan. I will let that out now, and my analysis is only going to be however many episodes of the anime are, and but I feel like I have a good enough idea of how the show is and like what happens to kind of explain my point here. I'm gonna give a little bit of a summary of like what has caused like this discourse, like what's causing people to be weird about the show, but I'm not actually gonna give a full plot summary of it, and that's because I kind of want people to watch the show. It's really good, and you should watch it. So I'm not gonna give any or try not to give any spoilers here, but I might. So if you really, really, really care, I would cover your ears or just stop watching in general. So the reason why the show attracts a lot of weirdos is because the way Frieren interacts with the demons, she kind of like slaying all these demons, killing all these demons, and she wants to eradicate the demons from the earth. And you're not going to believe it. A lot of racist people like this. I don't know what they're allegorizing the demons to in their brain, but they just see based elf hot lady eradicating these different people, these otherized people, these monsters. And because of that, they just like for some reason there's a weird amount of fascists and Nazis who, for some reason, just surround the show and surround the Freeman. And I think it doesn't help at all either that the show kind of has like a German vibe to it. You have like this Zoltrak, which sounds German. Some people's names are like German sounding and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure a lot of them have like German names that mean other stuff or mean stuff in English. You get the idea. That like they translate over. That's what I meant to say. And it's really tough because that kind of just like completely bombs the reputation of the show in general because of the fact that all these weirdos are kind of hurting the reputation of it and making it seem like this is, Nazi central, the show, the special. But in reality, if you actually watch the show, you understand that the reason why Frieren hates these demons is not because they're a minority of any sort or anything like that. It's because they genocided the elves. They performed a genocide, an inherently, fascistic thing. And for some reason, the people who are fascistic in real life, Jesus, fascistic in real life, attract the person who is murdering and trying to eradicate all those people who have a fascistic ideology. Now, obviously, it's not going to be like a straight up one to one saying on the nose, this is actually Freeman killing fascists and stuff like that. But the fact that she's, just retaliating against the people who genocided her people and who are attempting to finish that genocide should kind of get you an idea of what the message is, or like who the demons are meant to be in this. And shockingly, I don't think they're supposed to be minorities. Anything that Nazis and fascists may hate. Shockingly enough. And I think Germany, the German setting is just an aesthetic, kind of like a medieval idea. That because like those obviously were in Germany and because they're in Europe. You get the idea. You get the idea. And so, Jesus Christ, my voice is going. I heard it cut like 17 times, so my voice cut out. Jesus, I think you can tell. It's a bit tender. But anyway, that doesn't matter. You deal with my pain. And it's really unfortunate though, because like you have really good scenes that show up in the show and really beautiful scenes. Like one that I saw on Twitter that kind of reminded me of the show and kind of made me want to talk about this was this scene right here. I'm not gonna like play it out because I don't know how stringent copyright is with anime. Whereas this scene where Stark and Fern dance, and it's a really beautiful scene. It's a really pretty. The music's really good, and it's just a beautiful scene overall. And I saw a lot of people saying on Twitter, like, "Hey, I haven't watched the show at all. I just thought this was a Nazi show. Why is this like beautiful moment in this anime?" And I hope that more people kind of like discover the show as actually being good and not just we are racists united and we like to be racist. The show, the movie, because you get beautiful scenes like this, you get beautiful music, you get unbelievable animation. Now, this is a little fun fact about this is that Frieren is animated by Madhouse Animation, and they are really well known for doing the One Punch Man season one animation. The only good season of One Punch Man that looks good. And now they're in this show. So if you liked One Punch Man animation, watch this show. Even though it's a complete change of pace because it's not really too much of an action, it's more slow. It's more just like enjoy the journey, which is kind of funny because it's beyond journeys. Enjoy the journey of the characters. enjoy their interactions or whatever. That's kind of all I really want to talk about today. I feel like it was just I had to get off my chest of that my annoyance with the show potentially getting hijacked by a lot of weirdos and a lot of idiots. And I hope that more people start watching the show so we kind of just like kick those Nazis and racists out of the club. Actually, beforehand, the ending of this also made a lot of people feel like they should watch the show because the ending was like hand drawn and animated by someone with colored pencils and everything. And the songs are really good too. It's The Story of Us by Millet, however you pronounce her name, her stage name, I think. It looks really good, and a lot of people are actually moving towards watching the show solely because of that as well. So hopefully we once again get more people moving in. But sorry for this little side tangent right at the end. That's all I got for today. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.